so angry at me. Hello, happy Friday, happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Yay, 2018. First Finance Friday of the year. Follow us on Twitter at Nova Wealth Management. Management's abbreviated, MGMT. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. I really got to get better at those YouTube videos. I got to post more. We have a bunch on there, but I'll get better at it.
We
That's
did one
my
today.
New Year's resolution. No, not a YouTube video. We did a podcast today.
Well, you
Jim
still
gets
do those.
mixed up with social media. Hey,
No,
guys.
I don't.
Yes, you do.
I don't.
He gets mixed up
IRT.
between what's a podcast. The podcast, by the way, is called The Nova Wealth Show, if you want to download it on iTunes. So we're also on the Wooditch Network online. So you can go there and check out The Nova Wealth Show, too. So today, in the spirit of New Year's, we're talking about New Year's resolutions. What is feasible? What's doable? How to do it? And then also what to invest in and what to look out for 2018. Why are you smiling?
In a minute, literally a minute before she hit record or whatever we do here with this thing.
Go live.
Go live. She's like, do you have any New Year's resolutions? Like, we have not talked about this yet, so.
We haven't. So this will be interesting.
Yeah, buckle up. I don't know where this is going.
Well, I already thought of one.
A New Year's resolution?
Yeah, get out of debt. You know, most people like to get out of debt in New Year's. You know, it's like, oh, heading into the new year, what can I do financially? Obviously make more money, but what's feasible? Probably getting out of debt is
because
feasible.
most people spend way more than
Right.
they should on Christmas and the holidays.
Right, so how do you get out of the Christmas debt that you just racked up on your credit cards? Because you probably used a lot of credit cards. Or please, just try, if you can, to stay away from cash stores, because if...
Oh my gosh, that goes without saying.
No, it doesn't. You have to say it.
Don't go to cash stores.
They charge you so much interest. Just see how much in interest for every $100 that you borrow that you're going to owe back. It's typically not the best decision. So, how do you get out of debt for the new year? How do you slowly chip away at debt? In a simplified, because we did a whole podcast on this, by the way, so if you do want to check out the Nova Wealth Show, it was a really good one on it, specifically with examples on how you get out of debt. But just in a nice, simplified version.
In a nutshell?
In a nutshell.
So whatever debt you have, if you have, say you have 4 debts, you want to take 10% of your take-home money?
Jim Novak. Do you know
Oh,
this?
that's Sam from college. Oh, I had the biggest crush on her my freshman year.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, and it was a co-ed dorm too.
The memories. I feel very special right now.
She didn't give me she didn't even look at me. So
way to go. Good job,
yeah,
Sam.
thanks, Sam. Thanks.
You dodged a bullet on that
Good
one.
for the ego. Thanks.
Anyway,
Anyway.
getting out of debt.
Getting out of debt. So if you have, let's say you have 4 debts. Say you have a car, credit cards, whatever else. 2 more. You want to take the one that is charging the most interest. If you have to carry debt, you want to knock out the ones with the most interest.
And how do you find out what your interest is? Either go online and look at what your interest is, or call the company.
Or your
statement usually has it.
Yeah.
Right.
So then what you want to do is you want to take 10% of your take-home money and allocate that 10% to your highest interest debt and commit it every month until it's paid off. And then once that debt is paid off, take the full money you were paying to that debt and apply it to the next one.
So put numbers to it. So if you take, $300 a month and apply it towards a credit card, and you pay off that credit card, and that credit card minimum payment was $100. You now have the $300 that you were paying on it plus the $100 in payment. So next, take $400 and apply that towards the next highest interest rate loan or credit card that you have. Then once that is paid off, take that payment. Let's say that payment was $500 plus the $400 you were already paying. Take the $900 and apply that towards the next highest payment that you had. And slowly, it's like a snowball, and you will get out of debt sooner than what you think. And if you say, well, I don't have $300 to spend, just try it and see how miraculously other things stop being spent on.
Yeah, I met with
right?
I met with a doctor today who said, we were talking about planning, and he said his biggest downfall is eating out. And I said, yeah, you and everyone else.
Yeah.
I mean, that's true of every one
Even
of our
fast
clients.
food, guys. It's not, when you look at what you buy in groceries with a loaf of bread and peanut butter and jelly or soup or whatever versus a whole meal, even at McDonald's, it is not even comparison to what the cost is. Buy groceries, don't eat out.
If you want to save money.
If you want to save money or if you really,
cut debt.
truly want to get out of debt, at least give it a shot. At least before you say, oh, I don't have the money to spend. At least try and see if it works out. So that's probably the number one resolution that I hear is get out of debt.
And what else? What's your New Year's resolution?
I don't really have a New
Be
Year's
nicer to me?
Honey.
Yes?
We're talking about realistic New Year's resolutions. I am nice to you. I'm always nice to you.
You are. You're a good one.
So my New Year's resolution financially.
Okay.
So we contribute to our 401k, but financially, my New Year's resolution I think would be to contribute money outside of like the retirement accounts. Like I feel like we do what we're supposed to do, like contribute to your retirement account, but outside of the retirement account, we save, but not as much as we could be.
Well, I started the crypto last Friday. We did the crypto.
Was that last Friday?
Or 2 Fridays ago? Last Friday was the holiday. So it was
remember.
2 weeks ago. We did a show on Bitcoin and all the cryptocurrencies.
Have another kid. That's a great one, RT. It's not a financial strategy necessarily, but
yeah, we won't be having any more children.
Yeah, four. We're complete.
Yes, we're happy.
The
the crypto. So nice. But we're saving. We are saving.
In the crypto?
Yeah, every week. Every Monday I go in and buy more. So it's not a traditional investment, but...
Huh. Really?
You didn't know that?
I didn't know you were going in every week and buying more.
Yeah.
This is totally vulnerable. You got a husband and a wife talking about their finances live on Facebook. I don't know about this.
What other
So other New Year's resolutions is obviously, like I just said, so to save more. So if your New Year's resolution is to save more, I would ask you first, how much debt do you have? Because you should probably, in order to save more, you need to get out of debt, right? Because you're paying interest to companies. So before you set money aside to save, you should try to get out of debt. I would focus all those efforts on getting out of debt first. That way you have extra money that's in your pocket, not going to a financial institution that you can use to save. And what you are paying towards, like a credit card, when you get that paid off, use that to save. And systematically, meaning automatically, every month have someone, whether it's Schwab, eBay, a bank, I don't care who it is, automatically deduct your money from a checking account every month, just like it's a bill, and it will automatically go away every month, and it will go into a savings account or an investment account for you to save. That's a good one. What's your New Year's resolution?
I think my New Year's...
Financially, though.
Oh, financially?
No, okay, so back up. So just because I'm curious. What's your New Year's resolution?
I was going to say,
overall?
every year we go... Not every year. The last 3 years, we go on a cruise in May.
Last 2 years.
Coincidentally, it's on her birthday.
Usually.
Pretty much it's every May, first week in May.
What?
Anyway, so because I know the cruise is coming, I usually drop about 20 pounds. And I'll get really lean because I know the vacation's coming. Mm-hmm. And then shortly after the cruise, I put the 20 pounds back on. But for that half of the year, at least the first half of the last
So your New Year's
years,
resolution is to lose weight?
Probably, again. And always have a vacation. If we always have a vacation on the books that I can plan for.
But then you'll always gain it back.
No, but maybe I won't.
Why don't you just
That's
lose
my
weight
point.
just to lose weight and be healthy?
No, I'm saying if we have a trip scheduled for May and then another vacation in November, then I will maintain.
So there's another
all
New
year.
Year's resolution. How do you save for vacation?
Yes.
How do you save for vacation? And hey, Eric, if you look at certain apps, there's apps that will help you track when you spend at a certain place. They'll give you rewards. I know this is like a credit card. It's like the idea is a credit card, and you can focus your rewards towards like travel. So that would be an easy way. You know how you have those grocery apps where every time you spend at the grocery store, it gives you like credits or coupons. There's like Ibotta and all this. So there's apps out there that credit you towards travel. Or obviously use your credit cards to rack up rewards towards travel. Only if you pay off the balance every month, though. That's the thing about credit cards is it's not money. It's a temporary loan. And as long as you pay it off every month, you won't owe them money on that loan. It's like you have to play the game right. You have to do credit cards right because it's not money. So you can get yourself in big trouble. But if you do pay it off every month, you can rack up rewards towards vacation and then use those rewards to go on vacation.
Yeah, I think, with it really wasn't a New Year's resolution, but what I do on the computer is I have on Excel, I have on the left side, I have all our assets.
Okay.
So the 401ks,
Right.
the non-IRA accounts, the properties.
So it's like a balance sheet.
Balance sheet.
Assets, and on the right is liabilities.
Assets and liabilities. And whenever I get statements, I just update the debts. Not that we have any debt, but like
We do
the
have some debt.
The mortgage.
Well, like when you get a mattress. It's $5,000 on a line of credit or something, and it's a low payment. You have to keep an eye on that so that they don't charge you all that back interest.
Well, if you didn't have to spend what you spent on the mattress.
I was pregnant when we bought our last mattress.
Yeah, a $7,000 mattress.
I was pregnant when we bought our last mattress.
but it was zero. Yeah, because
zero interest.
It was zero interest. So debt is relative in relation to what's bad debt and good debt. Typically, you consider a mortgage good debt.
Yeah, for sure.
A mattress probably isn't good debt, but if it's 0% interest, it's really not hurting you.
Yes. So let's recap real quick. So I feel like you're the chatty one today, and I'm like, okay, move it along. And I'm usually the chatty one. But okay, so we're talking about New Year's resolutions and how to get out of it. So the first one, get out of debt. And you can watch it back to see how we describe that, or you can watch our podcast, or I say watch because it's on the Wooditch Network too. But you can listen to our podcast, The Nova Wealth Show. There's a whole podcast on how to get out of debt with examples. Our second one was to save more, or because that's mine, to save more in your retirement accounts, and just try to save. Just give yourself a chance and just see if it doesn't work. I tell you this because you don't even know what you're spending. I sat with a prospect the other day. If she's watching, she knows who she is. And she's like, we don't have any extra money. Every month, we're in the negative. We're taking money out of savings every month. Our tax refund goes into our savings every year, and then we slowly just deplete the savings every year because we're in the... Yes. And I went through her spending, and she was like, well, yeah, so there was my sister's baby shower. Yeah, that was $350. Oh, yeah, well, and then for his birthday, for my husband's birthday, yeah, I did that, and that was $400. And, so just random spending that you think you have to do. I guarantee you, if you just start saving, you won't even realize that you're adjusting your spending automatically. Or what I have actually suggested to some people that have issues spending, try to take what you want to spend for the month out of the bank in cash and use cash for a month.
Oh, yeah, that helps.
Instead of using a debit card or a credit card. Just try to see, because I guarantee you won't be as quick to hand someone physical cash as just swiping a credit card, because it doesn't feel like as much money. So try that.
That's good advice.
That's a good tip.
Yeah.
Okay, so trends...
Hey, take a guess. That doctor who was here today, we were on his 401k website, and it was a great website. It showed projections of what he'd have
income.
Yeah, at retirement and so on. But it showed somebody his age, he was 59 years old, and it showed what the average 59-year-old in the United States has in savings. Ooh. Or like retirement savings.
What does the average 59-year-old have in savings?
Take a guess. If you come within 100,000, you'll get a prize.
Come within 100,000?
Yeah. I bet you don't.
Okay. I'm going to say 200,000.
Jesus. It was $190,000.
See. You just need an answer, just ask me.
She's a know-it-all. She thinks she knows everything. How the hell did you get that?
I don't know.
If I didn't say come within 100,000, would you have guessed that?
No.
You would have gone higher.
No, I would have gone lower.
Oh. Yeah, $190,000 is the average that a 59-year-old in the United States has.
I'm somehow taller than you because I'm sitting up. You're really slouching.
I'm not slouching. I'm
in
a rocking chair.
You're leaning way back in a rock. Yeah.
I'm leaning back. I'm comfortable.
Okay. So now, what do you
uncomfortable?
What do you invest in for 2018? Some trends that you invest in.
Well, we're investing in crypto.
What's her prize? What is my prize? Him as my husband, RT. That's my prize.
Yep. Every day.
Get to wake up and look at.
Such a gift.
Yeah, it is such a gift. I am. I'm so lucky. So, what do you invest in 2018? trends to invest in 2018. So interest rates are going up. I think everybody can kind of agree with that. If you're not familiar, interest rates are probably going up in 2018.
Yeah, maybe 4 times this year.
Yeah, so that means your interest rates on your credit cards will be going up. Your interest rate on your equity lines will be going up. We also did we do a podcast on interest rates? I think we did.
Probably.
On the Nova Wealth Show, too. So that means, I hope I'm not blowing out anybody's ear. My microphone is right here, and I'm talking.
Well, that would be a first, because you're always so quiet. You're like a church mouse, really. That's how I describe you.
A church mouse. So interest rates will be going up. So how do you profit from interest rates going up? Because you always love to buy low and sell high. Well, interest rates are low, guys. So how do we profit from interest rates going up? In addition, your debt is, hey, Lisa, how you doing? So interest rates will probably be going up as early as in like the next couple of months. So there's floating rate bonds out there that you can buy.
We don't have to get in the floating rate bonds.
We're not going to get into it. Floating rate mutual funds that you can buy. That's an asset class that will actually appreciate when interest rates rise, as long as the market isn't getting hammered.
Yeah, the economy is improving, so that's probably a fairly safe
go
place
up.
to be.
Is that a joke, Tamara? Because savings accounts should go up, but banks are the last ones to raise their saving account rates and CD rates.
That's why financials will probably do well, because the banks' interest rates are going up. They're going to charge you more to borrow money, but they're not going to raise the savings account rates, or CD rates will creep higher.
So financials is another good place to invest for 2018. Although you said lately the momentum has been cooling on financials, just really lately though.
Yes, yeah. I'm not putting a ton more money into financials.
But if you don't own any financials, I would suggest it would probably be a good idea. These aren't recommendations.
Definitely not, because we don't know you.
Right, we don't know you. But I mean, if you have stock or if you know investments or whatever, these are just general information, just ideas that you can take away from this. But trends that we're noticing, and you have to decide if it's right for you or not, or if you're not sure, call us. But financials, floating rate, interest rates. Oh, energy? Oh, I totally disagree.
Yeah, I figured you would. We've been out of energy for a long time.
I totally disagree with energy.
It's got momentum now.
But listen to the sure things. Look, we think interest rates are going up, right? So you invest in floating rate bonds to take advantage of interest rates. Financials,
safe.
It's a fact that they make money when interest rates rise because they don't raise their savings accounts what they're paying you, but they charge more.
Yes.
So it's a fact they make more. So
Agreed.
Financials.
Yes.
Energy is a complete shot in the dark. It's a complete
guess. It's not a shot in the dark.
I think it's a complete guess. It's supposed to be good this year. And fine, maybe it will be, but it's not a sure trend like floating rate and financials.
You didn't preface this discussion about what's a sure thing.
Well, they are increasing offshore drilling, and you know what's not good to invest in if we want to talk about what the different political moves that they're making. There's been some tightening on regulations, I think, on the marijuana industry. I think that if you're
just
invested
recently,
in marijuana
they got
stocks,
hit pretty hard.
They did get
California
hit. I think it was last
something.
week. No. What it is federally, technically, marijuana is still illegal. So some states took it upon themselves to make it legal, and now
and no one probably
Jeff
heard
Sessions
about that.
is right. So and now Jeff.
I was being a smart ass. People know that some states made marijuana legal.
Thanks.
I'm sorry. Go ahead. Well, you said it like you may not have heard this before.
Maybe they haven't. We had some people last week that hadn't heard of Bitcoin.
Okay, you're right.
You just never know. So there are some talks that the marijuana industry might go back to the federal courts that it might not be legal. So if you're invested in marijuana stocks, I would just probably start taking some profits just because, like he said last week, they got hit. So I know we were talking about what you should invest in 2018, but it just came to my mind that that's probably one that you should watch that maybe we shouldn't. Don't put more money in it anyway.
I put the marijuana stocks in the same category as like the 3D printing, although 3D printing is really cool. But remember like 2 years ago, everyone was so hot on 3D printing. 3D printing was
really a hot thing, which it still is.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's just the 3D printing, just like the marijuana industry, it hasn't been what's the word I'm looking for? Fine-tuned as far as
not very
getting it
efficient.
out to the commercial markets either, too. So as far as the 3D printers, like it would really take off if you could buy a 3D printer in your home, which I think
No, you can, but they're not very good.
Right. So you have to be careful with that trend too. But what else to invest in 2018? Oh, industrials. We've been looking a lot at industrials. So there's actually industrial ETFs, exchange traded funds. If you don't know what those are, we have some courses coming out probably within the next 6 months. But an ETF is just an index. It's just multiple companies in one investment, in one position. So you're diversified.
The transports have been good. Like Unite,
Transports, meaning airlines.
UNP, Union Pacific. I just looked at it right before we came on.
The ticker UNP.
Yeah, is up.
It's
up like 30% in the last 6 months, or 26% in the last 6 months, and that's been a stock that's been dead for a while. So if the rails are doing well, we all know that. Well, I don't know if we all know, but I know the.
Hey, Laura, how are you? I love Laura. Yeah. So let's recap.
It's not distracting at all.
I'm sorry. I gotta admit, I don't think I was listening to what you were saying. What'd you say about UNP?
It doesn't matter. Let's wrap it up. The airlines, the rails, all the transports, I think.
Transports, industrials, financials.
As the economy keeps going,
yes.
FedEx is another one. Oh my gosh, FedEx recently, ridiculous.
Yes, but
again, not recommendations. No, they're not getting their own. That's baloney.
It's not.
It is. Can you? They're going to get their own shipping eventually, but FedEx is not going out of business because Amazon
I'm not saying they're going out of business.
Because they're not going to be able to handle all their volume anyway. They may do some of it, but they're not going to be able to handle that kind of volume.
Eventually, they might.
Maybe 10 years from now. Yeah, thank you, Tamara. That's what I said. Let's wrap it up.
Happy Friday. Enjoy your weekend.
21 minutes.
Woohoo.
Happy New Year.
Check out our website. We're always posting resources for you, novawealthmanagement.com. Happy New Year. See you next Friday.